everyone, and welcome to a brand new video. It feels like it's been a while since I've played Love Island, since the fateful whole Bobby Arjun incident. We are waiting to go back to play again. I have so appreciated all of your feedback. That's why it's been a little while since I've played last, because I've been waiting to hear what you guys have to say, what you think about the whole Bobby Arjun situation. So, without further ado, let's enjoy New Year's Eve and play a little bit of Love Island, the game. This day is called Two Villas Become One. It's all-day breakfast pie. It's the final morning at Casa Amor. Let's use a VIP ticket and get into the game. Welcome back to Love Island, where we've still got more villas than people have fridges. What? It was 2 for 1 down at Villas R Us. That's an offer you can't refuse. There was drama yesterday when the girls in Casa Amor got a video message. He actually said that, right? I just can't believe this. And Ashleigh faced a tough decision when Arjun went all in. When the time comes to pick whether or not you're taking me back to the villa, what will you say? Today. The girls find out the good things can't last. I think we've all got a decision to make. And Priya pies off one of the boys. Literally. But before any of that happens, it looks like it's not just me who's been wishing Arjun would show up in my dreams. Interesting. Your eyes snap open. It's still dark. There's no one else awake. I was having the strangest dream. I was hanging out with Hope and Marisol, and then one of the boys showed up. It was Bobby. And we all started feeding little sparrows. But the sparrows had fins like fish, and then Henrik showed up and Arjun came out and challenged him to a wrestling match, and they had to wrestle in a paddling pool full of jelly. You look over at Arjun, he's sleeping softly beside you. I wonder what it all means. You glance around the bedroom. Marisol is curled up in bed with Graham. He has one arm wrapped around her. Lottie is tossing and turning in the next bed. She mutters something like she's having a bad dream. Sam opens his eyes and runs his hand over her forehead to soothe her, then rolls over and goes back to sleep. Priya and Felix are both still fast asleep on their sides. Felix is a little spoon, obviously. One bed has the duvet pulled all the way up, so you can only see a lump with strands of blonde hair poking up the top. That must be Chelsea and Elijah. And Hope is asleep in the last bed by herself. Where did Carl sleep? I guess he's having a hard time competing with Noah. I wonder if any of these boys will make it back to the villa. Arjun props himself up on the pillows beside you and whispers, "Morning. What are you doing up so early?" I had the strangest dream. You were there, so was Henrik, and you had to compete with each other. It was almost like I was remembering something that has happened before, but I don't think it has. It sounds like you're worried about having to make a choice between us. Sometimes these emotions come out when we're sleeping. It's so weird when it's quiet in here. All of us boys have been playing the game as hard as we can because we needed your attention. But everyone's the same kind of soft when they're sleeping. He glances around at the boys. Which of the boys do you think has done the best in here? You scan around the room again. Apart from me, of course. What done the best? Maybe Graham? Yeah, I can see that. It seems like you found the right person quite quickly. Speaking of which, how are you feeling this morning? I know you said you weren't interested, but I also know how things can feel different sometimes when you've had a chance to sleep on them. When I fall for someone, I fall hard. I've never felt this way about anyone before. And if this is how I feel after 3 days, I need to know what happens if we spend more time together. Forget about the video message or anything like that. It has to be about how you feel. And if you feel like I do, then the decision is obvious. What do you say? Arjun really wants this. But how do I know if he's genuine or not? I don't think you're the one for me. Arjun breathes out deeply. I should have seen that coming. I did tell you that, to be fair. This is not a shock. I was awake all night stressing about our talk yesterday. I knew I needed to find the right words to say and I didn't have them yesterday. I guess I still don't. I don't know what's going on with me at the moment. I'm usually pretty confident, but you've got me shook. You make me feel so special. I'm not sure I deserve it. Are you joking? You're such a fun person to be around for a start. I thought at first it was just how hot you always look, but you're so much more than that. Arjun looks around the room. We're still the only people awake. I guess I'm going back to sleep for a bit. He He pulls the duvet up over you so you're both completely covered. Wake me up if you need anything. He closes his eyes. That could have gone better. You watch him curl up by himself. Just because he's not the one for me doesn't mean we can't enjoy this while it lasts. I bet we could have a really nice moment before anyone wakes up. Then, whatever I choose, at least I'll know what could have been. Let him sleep. Come on, I can't let Bobby down just at the last hurdle. I did have a comment actually saying that the series was boring because I wasn't experimenting with the boys, but none of them gave me a decent impression, and it's all about Bobby. And if you disagree, I'm really sorry, but this is the way I'm playing and I like Bobby. But maybe not with him. You let him rest and close your eyes. You're drifting off when something jerks you awake. Guys, I got a text! Arjun sits bolt upright. What was that? Graham's laugh booms across the room. Steady there, Arjun. Marisol stirs next to him. What's going on? Priya got a text and Arjun nearly jumped out of his skin. You peek your head out from under the duvet. Since you went under the duvet, the sun's come up. I was having such a good sleep. You know when you wake up and fall asleep again afterwards, it's the best sleep? We call that sailor's rest. It's too early for me to even care why you call it that. I want to be doing the part where we go back to sleep. Why are you awake so early, Arjun? Ashleigh woke me up. I see. I can't imagine why that would be. Guys? Did you miss the part where I said, guys, I got a text? Babe, we're all awake. Read it out. Girls, today is your last day in Casa Amor. This morning the boys are going to treat you to brunch. Then you'll all return to the villa in the afternoon. This evening you'll be asked whether you want to stick with your current partner in the villa or switch and couple up with one of the boys from Casa Amor. Your partner in the villa will face the same decision. Hashtag pack your bags. Hashtag end of the line. Hashtag all change please. I have just realised I'm actually assuming that Bobby is going to stay loyal. I don't know that at all. How am I supposed to know that? Hang on a minute, sorry, I just need to have an existential crisis. That dream I had. Arjun turns to you. We all knew it had to happen soon. How are you feeling? This is also difficult. I want to know what the boys have been up to, but I kind of just want to stay here. I don't know how to feel. Imagine if one of them shows up with one of those weather girls. Do you think Ibrahim would do that? I think you've all got a lot to talk about. We'll leave you to it. Come on, lads. Sounds like we've got a brunch to prepare. He hauls his body out of bed, steadies himself on the bedside table and wanders out to the garden. Marisol bites her lip as she watches him go. Don't you just love him? It's like going out with a pirate. Even if I don't bring him back to the villa with me, there's a lucky girl out there who's going to have the time of her life with him. I think we've all got a decision to make. She yawns and stretches. But first, let's make sure we look good enough to make it. You're right, I can't make good decisions with bad hair. The girls gradually filter into the dressing room as everyone wakes up. Babes, I am so excited to be going back into the villa. She dabs body glitter in a practice motion across her cheek. I feel like I was hardly there at all before we all got whisked away. I haven't even got to know the original boys properly yet before I meet these new ones. Do you know what you're going to do? Babes, I've got no idea. It's going to be so hard to decide when I haven't really had a chance to meet and connect with anyone yet. We've all got a hard decision to make because that last recoupling was an absolute disaster. I'm coupled up with Jacob. He's a nice lad, but we all know if things had gone differently. She narrows her eyes at Priya. Priya ignores her and spritzes herself with body spray. Hope hasn't really let on that she's still cross with Priya. After all, Jacob was the one who really messed things up at the recoupling. You're still angry about that? It's not like I can just forget about it. Priya's still coupled up with Noah. It's been good to have some time away from you girls, but reality is about to kick in again. Like, what am I supposed to do now? It doesn't matter if I stick with Jacob or switch to one of these guys. I'm still not going to be with the person who I really want. It's like, I've got unfinished business with Noah, but I don't know how he really feels about me. Babes, you can't think like that. You and Noah are totally made for each other. And what about the rest of us? Just because you don't want to be with Jacob doesn't mean nobody else does. We all know he likes you. He chose to couple up with you after all. What are you saying? If he sticks with you but you switch, Jacob will be single. That's good, right, if you fancy him? Babes, is it good? We all came here to try and find the right person for us. What if Jacob ends up single and leaves the villa? And then none of us will get to know him any better. And by none of us you mean you. It's the same for all of us though. Chelsea's coupled up with Gary. She turns to look at Chelsea. I want you to make the best decision for you, hun. But I don't want Gary to end up going home because he was single. So you're not looking to bring Casa back to the villa then? I don't know either. I like him. And he's totally my type on paper, but do I like him more than the boys back in the villa? I don't think so. And then there's Ibrahim to think about. Imagine if he was up for being dumped. Again. And it was because I left him single. I guess it's all about loyalty. Do we stick with our boys in the villa for all of our sakes, or do we take a chance on one of these guys? Before you can answer, phone dings. Hold that thought, Lottie. I've got a text. Girls, the boys of Casa Amor are waiting outside to wow you with a delicious brunch. Hashtag last chance. Hashtag big finish. I'm not even ready yet. I noticed. While you were all chatting about what was going to happen later, I was the only person actually getting ready. Yeah, but it takes you like 10 seconds to get ready. Your hair looks amazing as soon as you get out of bed. You want to know my secret ways? Come on, Ashleigh, let's get you dressed up and show these boys what they should be working for. Ooh, what should we wear today? Does it matter? I'm still going to get shouted at because I'm not going to buy something new. Or am I? Let's wear this one. This old thing. How come you always look so pro, Ashleigh? Your fashion sense is on point. Thanks, Priya. Let's go out there and find out what tasty treats these boys are serving up. Ooh. It's the last day in Casa Amor and the boys need to go all out if they want to make it back to the villa. So we're giving them a little helping hand with some special outfits. Or part of an outfit at least. I may have forgotten to pick the rest of it up from the dry cleaners. Girls, stop. You are not ready for this. Tables and chairs have been set out for brunch. Each of the tables has one of the boys beside it holding a champagne flute. Hello, ladies. Oh. Did I want to see that? Not quite sure. Oh my word. These outfits are hilarious. I know, babes. They all look like strippers at my mate's hen party. I kind of like that. I knew I liked a guy in collars and cuffs, but I didn't realise you don't need the rest of the suit. Please take a seat. Your waiter will be with you shortly. I feel a little faint. Ladies, I'm sorry, but this one's mine. She runs on tiptoes over to Graham's table. He pulls out her chair and waits for her to sit down. Would you like a coffee or a mimosa? Both would be lovely. Graham nods and begins to pour her drinks. Look at that. She's so in control, totally in her element. I know, right? I always thought my elemental power was water. Turns out Marisol is his brunch. I guess the rest of us should choose a seat then. This is our last chance to spend any real time with these guys before we go back to the villa and have to make our choice. Lottie looks over at where the boys are standing. Arjun beckons her over. Did something happen with you and Arjun this morning? He's not exactly waving you over. After what I said this morning, that's not exactly a surprise. He's obviously moved on already. Looks like you might need to choose someone else to bring you brunch. It's a hard life, isn't it? She winks at you. Why is she being like this? I feel like that was a really mean thing to say. Is that okay with you guys? Fine with me, babes. I think it's only Marisol who's got her heart set on someone here, and he's already taken. She nods over to where Marisol is sitting. Marisol is showing Graham exactly how to make her toast. What are you saying then, Ashleigh? Which of these guys are you going to get up close and personal with? Aww. I don't want to offend anyone, and the only oh no, Priya's with Felix. Chelsea and Elijah, Kasam and Lottie, so Carl? Maybe you'll be the one for him. I'm pretty sure I'm not anyway. Should we take our places then? I think I'm going to go and sit with Felix. You know, he's had his eye on me ever since we did those sex positions together. You walk over to the table where Carl is waiting. He straightens his collar and blushes. I am just glad we didn't have to wear the full suit and tails. I know we look kind of ridiculous, but it's so hot today I actually really like this outfit. You look gorgeous. Ah, thanks. I didn't feel it when we were getting ready. You should have had Graham getting on our case when we were trying to get these on. He kept talking about keeping our sheets starched and our sails right. I'm glad it's just you and me for a bit. I think I might have told you the last time you wore it, but I really love this look, Ashleigh. Sweet of you to notice. He starts to sit down and then stops and waits for you. After you sit down and he lays a napkin across your knee. You look around and see all the other boys doing exactly the same. Now, what can I get you? Ooh, let's have tea and toast. Huh, Didn't see you going for a low-key option. I like it, it's so down to earth. Be right back. You watch the boys fuss over the girls and sit back to enjoy the sunshine. Carl comes back with a plate piled high with food. I thought it'd be better to get enough for both of us so we could sit and chat for a while. You pours your drink. I didn't realise you wanted to spend time with me. Carl munches thoughtfully on a piece of toast. So, how has Casa Amor been for you? It's so hard to believe it's nearly over. It's been a nice break from the villa. I think we all needed this time. Things were getting a bit heated in the villa. I understand that. I think it's been good for all of you girls to have a bit of fun. It's weird because we only ever saw you on TV until you came here. But you're all so different to how you seemed in the villa. Lottie's so much more chill, Marisol's so confident, and you're loads fitter in person. Especially you. So you thought I was ugly before? No, because I'll take that the wrong way. You can't just chat your way back to the villa. I'm not trying to. Well, maybe a bit, but I meant it. Anyway, you don't want to just chat about the villa and stuff, right? We should be making the most of this time. You pour drinks for Carl and yourself. To this date. To us. You clink the glasses together. He sips the Prosecco. I'm impressed. This is good stuff. You didn't think it would be? Not really. I imagined it would be the sort of thing they give out at conferences. Just on the right side of the budget that people would drink it, but not necessarily enjoy it. People would drink anything put in front of them for free. Not anything. I once saw some guy drink the water from a flower vase. No way! I'm not lying, it happened. Then he was sick for the rest of the conference. Not surprising at all, really. Why did he do it? Turns out it was a dare. Pretty pointless one. He missed a great conference. He stops himself from going further and smiles. Not quite what you'd expect to talk about on a date. How do I feel about the conversation so far? I'm getting to know you. That's what dates are all about, after all. True. Although I can't believe my opening conversation on a date was about a stranger being sick. You're full of surprises. Carl tops up your glass and his and takes a sip. I'm really enjoying this. The Prosecco? Your company, actually. I'm having a lovely time. You hear a squeal from across the terrace. Babe, hold on, what are you doing? Felix gets down on one knee next to her table. I'm going to see what happens. I ain't stopping this. You put your hand on Carl's arm. Don't say anything. Let's see how this plays out. I know we haven't known each other for very long, and you might have met other guys that are better DJs than me. Mate, are you even a DJ? But I know that we could have something special together. With your beauty and your brains. Priya starts to giggle. What are you bringing to the party? And my stamina in the bedroom. He winks at her. Priya sticks her tongue out. Big talk for a little guy. Anyway, I think we can make a great team. So I'd like to propose that you take me back to the villa with you. Priya can't contain herself. She throws her head back and bursts out laughing. He's really going all in to make it back to the villa. I'm going to cheer on Felix because it's funny. Good effort, Felix. Thanks, I thought so. Maybe not good enough. She takes a second to compose herself and bites her lip to stop herself laughing. Well, Felix, I can honestly say no one's ever tried that hard for me before, and I respect it. If it was another time of day, having an eager guy down on his knees in front of me would be exactly what I wanted. And we've had fun together, and I'm never going to forget this moment. I'd like everyone here to give you a big hand for your efforts, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to say thanks, but no thanks. The islanders all burst out cheers and shouts. Good effort, Felix. Mate, you got pied. Priya literally pied him right in the face. Well, not literally. Felix grins. You can do it literally if you like. Are you joking? I've made myself look like an absolute melt now you said no, so we may as well go the whole way. It's kind of a shame we're not going to work out, you know. You're literally the most extra boy I've ever met. Priya grabs a fruit tart from the table in front of her, and Felix turns his head upward. Priya smiles and pushes the tart into his face. Cream squirts out the side and fruit slides down his cheeks and onto his shoulders. Felix stands up and licks the cream off his lips. I can't believe you did that. Well, lads, what is it they say? You missed 100% of the shots you don't take. I took my shot and I missed. And in the great words of Hamilton, I am not throwing away my shot. But you took that pie like a true sailor. You've done the Casa Amor boys proud with that one. A phone beeps. Oh, that's me. She wipes the cream and fruit from her hands. Girls, your stay at Casa Amor is over. It's time to get back to the villa. Hashtag get packing. Hashtag your carriage awaits. Here we go. It's really happening. Babe, I can't wait. Turns out getting down on one knee at a group brunch isn't the best way to propose. Who'd have thought it? Such a shame though. That pie looked delicious. It was such a shame to waste it. I would have licked it off Felix if he'd have asked me. I mean, coming up next on Love Island, we say goodbye to the boys from Casa Amor. Are any of you packed yet? For now at least. What does that mean? And the girls make a surprising discovery back at the villa. I'm going to go and have a look around and see what I can find before the boys get back. Oh no, what? So, that was it for this episode, guys. I have just had a revelation, however. If I don't bring anyone back to the villa, that means I, in the game's mind, still want to couple up with Henrik, which I absolutely 100% would not do in a million years. However, if I come back with a boy, then that means Henrik might decide not to couple up with anyone and stay single, but then I'm coupled up with someone, but then that means that Henrik's single and I'm in a couple and I can't get back with Bobby because I'm in a couple. Does this make sense? I think it makes sense. I basically really want to couple up with Bobby, but I'm not in a relationship with him. We're not coupled up, so I don't understand how I can. Thanks, Henrik. But just a thought, what if I bring like Carl back to the villa? Is that a good idea? Is that not a good idea? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If I bring Carl back, it shows that I'm clearly not interested in Henrik, but at the same time it kind of shows I'm not interested in Bobby. Like, I'd love to bring Carl back just so he's in the villa with us, so he can continue his story, get another chance at love, and maybe stir up some drama between Noah and Hope and Priya, and I'm just kind of here for it. I really need your guys' help on this one, so let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'm so close to getting 500 subscribers, and hopefully tonight is the night, because I really wanted to achieve it before the end of the year. Don't know if it's going to happen, but if you can share this video, ask someone to subscribe, or even subscribe yourself if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your support on this series, and I'll see you soon. Bye!